Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a tutorial on Perrie Edwards recently while she was leaving BBC Radio, I think. She had this super cute bubble braid going on and some really nice neutral glam makeup, so I thought I would recreate it. I'll show you guys a picture somewhere. But yeah, I love the look and how it turned out, so I'm going to show you how I did both the makeup and the hair. If you want to see how I did it, please keep watching. And also, like halfway through the video, I had to run to the store to pick something up, and then I had a bunch of technical difficulties, so if the lighting changes like crazy, it's because it took me like 5 hours to film this. So anyways, let's get right to the video. I'm going to start out by priming my face, and I get like red patches on my skin. So today I'm going to use the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. Now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Porcelain because I'm super pale, and yeah, I'm just going to apply that all over. And the little beauty blender I'm using is from Sephora. I know I need a new one, it's really gross. It's just old and ripped up. There's nothing gross in it, but I know I need a new one. So has anybody listened to Little Mix's new album yet? I love Power, and I love Shout Out to My Ex, like the single off the album. It's really catchy and fun. And I love Touch. The whole album's pretty good. So Perrie's like skin doesn't look too matte or too like dewy. It looks just like a pretty natural, a natural kind of flawless complexion that she's got going on. So we're gonna try and get that today. It does look pretty, just like bright and highlighted in some points. So we're gonna work on that too. So I have a couple spots that my foundation didn't get, so I'm going to take the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer in the shade Ivory, and I'm going to go over those spots. And I'm also going to highlight a little bit. This stuff can be pretty drying. So normally I wouldn't use it all over, but it's the lightest concealer I have right now because I am traveling back home this weekend. I am not down in college like normal, so I'm gonna go with what I got. And again, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend this in. Okay, now that we've finished our foundation and concealer, I'm going to go in with this Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. And it's just like a little cream highlighter pretty much. So I'm just going to place that along the places I would normally highlight to provide a little extra glow. It looks pretty natural, like it's nothing crazy, but I think it's really pretty. You could even put this under your foundation and it looks really pretty there too. Next, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Perrie has super thick, kind of like ashy brown eyebrows, so I'm going to do my best to recreate those. Obviously, my eyebrows, like along the edges, aren't as thick as hers, but I'm going to try to make it work and make it look a little more like hers. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit in Light, and I'm going to start filling in my eyebrows. It might end up looking nothing like hers. I just have to do what looks good on my face, but of course if you have thicker eyebrows, you can try and recreate her shape. It might be a lot easier. She doesn't really have much of like an arch in her brows. They're like more flat along the bottom. So I'm going to extend mine a little lower than I normally would. Okay, so we've kind of got the messy, thick Perrie brow going on, and I'm going to set it into place using my NYX Control Freaks eyebrow gel. And now that we've finished eyebrows, I'm going to set under my eyes and where I'm going to apply contour and like my T-zone with some powder. And I'm using the e.l.f. I think it's the HD powder, and it's just the sheer color. It's like a white powder. And I like this stuff. It's not super long lasting, but it doesn't leave like any weird white cast. I haven't experienced that at least, so that's nice. But I don't want to put this stuff all over. It doesn't make you super matte, but it can take away a little bit of like the natural shine. So I'm not going to put it everywhere. Blend away with a brush. Next I'm going to go in and contour. Perry has a pretty strong contour along her cheeks, a little bit down her nose, and I'm using the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette to do so. Okay, and to kind of clean up the contour and also highlight a little more under my eyes, I'm going to take the light cocoa shade in the Cocoa Contour Palette. To keep things super easy, I'm just going to use the same shade in this Cocoa Contour Palette to do my eyes, because she really only has like a little brown shade in her crease and her lids look really light. So I'm going to take the same light cocoa shade and use my finger to apply it to my lid. You can of course use any eyeshadow palette that has a couple neutral, natural shades in it, and you can get the same look. I'm just going to take the same shade I used to contour and like very, very lightly dust this through my crease. Again, she doesn't have much going on, it's just a little bit of a shadow. After we've accentuated the crease a little more, I'm going to go in with my Becca Opal highlighter and take this along the lid, because in the pictures of Perry it looks a little more golden and sparkly than just having a plain light lid, so I think that'll be a little more accurate. And I'm going to dust a teeny little bit of opal along my brow and a little bit in the inner corner too. Next I'm going to line my waterline with the Maybelline Define-A-Line Soft Black Eyeliner. I'm going to do top and bottom because it looks like she has that in the picture. Okay, so after we finish the waterline, I'm going to go in and smudge a little more of the bronze and brown shades underneath my eye because she's got a good shadow going on there. I'm going to apply it and work my way out with it as I go. I'm going to take both the shades Medium Cocoa and Dark Cocoa on this brush because it looks a little bit warmer under there than just the contour shade that we used in our crease. I'm just going to take my finger and smudge it out a little more and make it all even. So I'm going to go in with the NYC liquid eyeliner in Extreme Black. So I'm going to take this along my lash line. And she doesn't have a wing or anything, it's just like really dark along her lash line, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking it all the way to the inner corner, all the way along the top line. Okay, once we've got a line along our lash line on both eyes, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Perry's lashes look pretty long, so I'm going to put on some falsies. I'm using the Ardell Wispies in black. They're probably on their last run. I need to purchase some new ones. I've used them a couple times already, so if they look a little rough, that's why. Okay, so I put my lashes on off camera because I have to get really close to a mirror and it's awkward and I'm not the best at explaining how to put them on. But they turned out a little bigger on my lashes than I intended. Perry's are a little more thicker and wispier, so if you end up applying false lashes, I would go for something a little more in that range, but it'll look great without false lashes too because the eye makeup will look great on everyone. In the pictures, Perry's lips are kind of a warm brown color. In some of them they look a little more red and some they look a little more brown. But I'm going to take NYX Liquid Suede in the color Sandstorm. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over it with like a pink red lipstick to try and lighten it up a little bit. Okay, to make this color a little bit lighter and like a little more pinkier, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline lipstick in color Warm Me Up. I'm not sure like what line of lipstick this is, it doesn't say. Plus her lips don't look completely matte in the picture. I think she's wearing, in a couple pictures they look a little more shiny. I don't think she's wearing like a liquid lipstick. And to kind of provide some dimension on the lips, I'm going to go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Cairo. Okay, I think after that little lip cocktail, we have about the right color. So this is it for the makeup look. Now we're gonna move on to the hair. Okay, so while I was about to start the hair, I had some technical difficulties with getting my camera set back up, but I was able to straighten my hair and do this side of my hair so I could test it out and see how it went. And I really love the way it turned out. It looks like almost exactly like Perry's hair. It ended up turning out super easy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is section off a little square on the very top of my head, about 2 inches down from my root. And I'm going to go back about 2 or 3 inches and then cut back up toward my part. And you want to make sure that your parts are nice and clean so that it looks very neat, like Perry's. It's very geometrically styled. Basically all you need for this is a bunch of clear little hair ties, or if you have darker hair, like black ones, like whatever works for you. You could use any color. But I'm going to take this section and, ooh, they're stuck together. Take a clear hair tie and tie it in the direction that the rest of the braid is gonna go, so going toward the back of my head. I'm trying to line it up best as I can with the other side. So once we have that, this is where it looks like it gets complicated, but it's really not that hard. So once we've tied our first little section right here, before we start the next one, I'm going to take out all of the little wispy baby hairs along here because Perry has hers hanging out. They look kind of like messy around the front, framing her face. So I'm going to take them out. Also, it makes it easier to do the next section of braiding. So once we have those pulled out, I'm going to start a section about 1 inch down from the last one I started and just take it all the way back to my part. And just like we did last time, I'm going to take a clear elastic and I'm going to tie it. I'm going to tie the whole section together. Okay, now once we have that, you're not going to try and bubble up the whole thing. You're just going to try and bubble up the little piece that came from this first section. So you're going to hold the elastic, start pulling the hair through to make a little bubble. And you can do as much or as little as you want. It'll be a little messy, but that's okay. I think Perry always rocks like the messy, cute kind of look. But once we have our bubble set, we are going to repeat the process. We've got our strand from the second part, and we're going to take right behind our ear to the back of the head, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take our elastic, and we're gonna tie it in the back, and you want the edges to be like pretty tight, and the only thing to be kind of loose, the bubble in the middle. So if you have to pull it once you tie it, that's okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing. It's a little hard, I can't really see what I'm doing, but you're going to hold down your hair and pull out the bubble like we did last time. Once we have our second bubble, it's time to gather up all of the hair to make the one last bubble that will be on the head. I feel like I've said bubble like 400 times. Okay, for some reason these bubbles are turning out like really pointy compared to the other ones, but that's okay. Now this part is super easy. however many sections you think you can fit. You can make them bigger or smaller than mine. We're going to tie a hair tie about 2 inches away from the last one. And this time you get to make a bubble from the whole thing. Just pull out pieces on all sides, make sure you go all the way around. Just really gently pulling out pieces to make a little bubble. And there we go. This was super easy. It took me 10 to 15 minutes. It's just a little hard. If you're a little picky, it might take you a while to get it just right. But I love this hairstyle. I think Perry rocks it. She wore some really cute camo pants with it, but I think it'll go with any outfit. You could dress this up or dress it down. It's just really fun and casual. This is the final look, hair and makeup. I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.